Hi, Leo. Welcome to Heart Sync Tarot. As I sit with this energy, I feel someone reflecting on the choices they made and how they handled this connection. I feel regret here. This person may finally recognize your worth, your kindness, and the emotional safety you offered. Honestly, I feel they want to make things right. There may be communication, an apology, or an emotional offer coming forward, but this does not feel like empty words. It feels like someone asking, how can I show them I truly mean this? I also feel they are thinking about something more serious now: partnership, stability, and building something that lasts. So trust what you feel because regret is turning into clarity, and this person may be preparing to approach you with a more serious heart. And let's get into your reading. So when you first crossed paths with this person, it seems like the connection came completely out of nowhere. Neither of you may have been looking for something this serious, and they could have been trying to stay single or dealing with a complicated karmic situation at the time. They simply weren't prepared for you to come into their life and affect them the way you did. That's part of what made the connection feel so unexpected. You came in offering a kind of love that felt very different from what they were used to. And I feel like it showed them what a genuine soulmate connection could actually feel like. Like, they're slowly realizing that what the two of you share isn't something they can easily find again somewhere else. Your energy has been very consistent for this person, almost like a steady light in their life. For many of you, you may have also become one of their closest friends, somebody they could genuinely trust and feel comfortable around. They seem grateful that the two of you met because your presence changed the way they look at themselves, their relationships, and even the direction of their life. It also feels like you came into their world during a difficult chapter. They may have been dealing with trauma, confusion, or situations that kept them emotionally stuck while you were already seeing things from a much different perspective. Like, you were already the butterfly in this situation while they were still the caterpillar trying to understand what all of this growth was supposed to mean. And I feel like you may have wanted them to see what you could already see. It's almost like you were saying, trust me, there's something better waiting on the other side of this, but they still had to go through their own lessons and experiences before they could understand it for themselves. Um, those difficult steps seem to be what finally helped them recognize just how significant you are in their life. Now they're realizing this was never just some casual connection. They seem to view the bond as something much deeper, almost like it was meant to happen and had a purpose behind it. Like, they're beginning to feel that you're somebody who fits into their life in a way they didn't fully understand before. There's also a lot of nostalgia coming through. This person may be looking through old photos, rereading messages, or replaying memories of the last time you saw each other or had a meaningful conversation. For some of you, they keep going back to one particular moment where they wish they'd said or done something differently. They may remember acting cold, distant, or emotionally shut down, and now wonder, why did I push them away instead of just telling them how I felt? Like, they'd love the chance to go back into that moment and respond differently because they now understand what their behavior may have cost them. That regret seems to be much stronger now that they can see the situation with more clarity. For those of you who are still together, this may show up differently. They could be thinking about one very intimate or meaningful moment between you where something suddenly clicked and they realized, how important you truly are to them. It may have been a conversation, a quiet moment together, or simply a point where they felt the depth of the connection in a way they could no longer ignore. And if you're currently apart, I feel like they're reaching that same realization through the distance. They're looking back at what you gave them emotionally and recognizing how much empathy, patience, and understanding you offered when they may not have even known how to give those things to themselves. Like they're finally seeing the value of what was right in front of them. Your growth also seems to be influencing them in a big way. The more you remain focused on yourself and continue moving forward, the more they're being challenged to rise into a healthier emotional space of their own. It feels like your example is showing them what it looks like to lead with the heart instead of constantly operating from fear, avoidance, or old survival patterns. So this person seems to be reaching a place where they can finally understand why the connection affected them so deeply. They're seeing that you weren't simply there to make them feel good, but to challenge the way they loved, the way they saw themselves, and the way they approached relationships altogether. And that realization is making them appreciate you and this connection in a way they may not have been capable of before. They're realizing the way that they treated you really said more about them than it did about you because they weren't ready. But you've inspired this person to work on themselves. You've inspired this person to want to do better. I almost let them destroy our connection. I know I can't give you what you need. See, this is another reason your person felt like whatever you were asking for, emotionally or physically or whatever it may be, maybe they're not financially where they need to be. Maybe this is somebody who has an avoidant type of react type of personality where they want to be close to you, but they avoid it out of emotional fears because they have this wounding. This is somebody who feels like you deserve better than what they've given to you, and they want to make it right, but they know that they have to change before they come back to you. This is somebody that's putting in the work though. But they had to go through this tower moment. And there were people in place here with I almost let them destroy our connection. This person almost let what people would say about you because they didn't understand it. They didn't understand this connection. They didn't understand. Why can you just not walk away from the collective? Go find somebody else. There was a lot of talk that was going on about you. And I feel like with this person, they almost let something so beautiful, something so pure be destroyed by what other people's influences were when they were in a low vibration. A lot of people in your life, and you may be kind of like the red-headed stepchild in some senses, where people never understood you, never understood the way that you thought, the way that you process things. People are in shock right now with the way that you're carrying yourself. It's not just this person, it's a lot of people in general because you're defying the odds of gravity. People had certain opinions on you, not realizing that you were this precious gem, not realizing your uniqueness, not realizing how you can contribute to the world and to the environment, not realizing you've contributed emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically to this person in a way that they can't explain. Because you're rare, because you're unique, you're special. This person is realizing how valuable you are to them. They're also embarrassed here with the fact that they tried to ignore who you really were. It was easier for this person to say, yeah, I don't feel like this. Yeah, I can't give this, whatever it may be. It was easier for this person to do this, to have this victim mentality, to pretend like they didn't see you for who you were, to have this tunnel vision, to resist this clarity, to take this bias from people who only were there to take from them. Because the more out of touch your person was, the more it stopped your person from elevating. The more that your person hyper focused on you, the more that this person concentrated on you, the less they concentrated on this person. But I feel like everything is needed. You can't have light without dark. Your person had to follow whoever this them is in order for them to realize this, then really didn't have their highest good at heart. So now this is about your person kind of having this control of information, kind of understanding that there's a lot of working parts here, but they're being redirected back to you. They're being redirected to come back home. They're being redirected to have this sense of security, to have this love, to have this belonging, because you fulfill them in a way that I don't think they could even express, even if they wanted to. How do you explain something you can't see? You can explain what a door looks like because you can physically see it. It's white, it has wood grain, it has a brass handle, whatever. You can explain that. But how do you explain a true love? How do you explain something that you don't even necessarily understand yourself? But all this person is realizing is that this is what my heart desires. I know that I can go the long distance. I know that I can have a very fulfilled relationship with a long legacy, fulfilled with comfort, contentment, and bliss, as long as I establish certain boundaries now with these people that I almost allow destroy something so beautiful. Your person is coming into an energy where their intentions are pure. It's a very emotional energy. If I called you, would you answer? I can't make it up. Be expecting my call. This may be somebody that you felt like abandoned you during a time where you needed them the most. Whoever this energy is, for a lot of you, you may be getting a lot of very strong downloads where this person wants to reach out. This person wants to communicate regardless if you're in communication or not. There's something in particular this person needs to express. They're very, very determined right now to express this. And I feel like with this person, they're worried about how you're going to take it. Because it's funny, this person wants to protect you. But it's like they don't want to hurt you, but there's something that they need to communicate. There's something here that they want to tell you, like you've really inspired them to live in their true, authentic self, which is beautiful. I always say, people say, like, how do you know the difference between a karmic and a twin flame, or a karmic and a divine counterpart? A divine counterpart pushes you further to illuminate your shadow aspect, but it also pushes you closer to spirituality or God or both. It inspires you to do better, inspires you to really invest and pour into you, make yourself happy. And by making yourself happy, when your person does things to trigger you, it doesn't trigger you because your emotional fulfillment is coming from you. This person wants to talk about being a team, getting in sync, opening up a business, possibly working together. For some of you, it's pulling certain assets together. It's forming this alliance, but it's also, I get like water. There's something significant about water. For some of you guys, you may like to go out on the water and cano or go out on surfboards. Like, there's something very beautiful about the two of you guys kind of working in unison to navigate this emotional and spiritual journey that you're going through with your person. Also, they're in this energy where they want to repair. I keep getting the number 6 very significantly. Significantly, 6 may be your life path number, 6 may be the house that you guys live in. If you add up the numbers in your address, that says a lot about the home that you live in. If you live in a number 6 home, it's about stability, harmony, and comfort. But this person is in the process of working through, and they want to repair what they've broken. They want to fine tune it. If there's something that they're doing that's not making you happy, it's like they're wanting to make the necessary tweaks to create a sense of flow. There's also a lot of healing taking place, and there's many working parts here. It's not just this person working on healing. You're working on healing. They're working on healing from toxic people. You may be working on healing from your own family, from people that always felt like you weren't good enough. There's something about a reset, but this person is proceeding very carefully because they want to make sure that they're making the fine tuned adjustments to make things right and to be able to really mend and restore and be able to say to you when they come back, listen, the last time we spoke, I know that there was something I needed to say to you. Here's what it is. Here's what I'm doing to make the adjustments in order for us to come into union and in order for us to be on the same page as one another. I feel like that person is going through this process. It's also about this person reclaiming their power. I feel like for this week is very significant here about this person really reinvesting in themselves. For some of them, they may be going through a divorce, or they may be separating themselves from certain people. They may be ending a certain work partnership. There's something here where they're doing something different. They're ending a relationship, whether that's any relationship with a friend that no longer suits them, ending a relationship with a karmic, whatever it may be. There's things that are ending here, contracts that are being broken, even spiritual contracts. For some of you, this person had a spiritual contract with whoever they were associated with that they had to go through this karma to break in order for the two of you guys to be together. And I just heard like your prayers are being answered. Staying away from you is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. They felt like they had to stay away from you to protect you from themselves. This person wants to tell you like, I miss you. Staying away from you wasn't easy. Reaching out to you, it wasn't easy. There's moments, even if you are in union with this person, where they want to reach out to you and they want to talk to you. But it's like they stop themselves because they know that the moment that they begin to rely on you, that they begin to lean on you, it's like they know that they're not going to be able to stop. Whoever your person is, they're also a very needy person in relationships. And it's like they're scared to allow themselves to get to that point because they don't want to scare you away. I feel like this person put other people ahead of you the last time we were together. There's something significant about the last time you and this person were together. Like they felt something shattering. For those of you guys that break a mirror or break glass, a lot of times we think it's bad luck. But actually, breaking of glass is breaking of a curses that have been put on us. This is somebody where they realize you're the last person on their mind before they fall asleep. There's a lot that they want to tell you that they've been trying to hold together here, that they've been trying to restrict themselves to not being open, to not being honest. This person is tired of appeasing other people that don't have their highest good at heart, and they're ready to come forward. They're ready to be honest. They're ready to tell you the truth. There's a truth here your person needs to express to you. There's a truth here that they've really withheld. For some of you, it's something that they're scared it's going to hurt you. But for others of you, it's like this person needs to express how much you really mean to them, how significant you are, how you balance their life. This person wants to make amends. They want to act from a place of integrity. They want to cut to the chase. What's that one song? Let's cut to the good part, right? I don't know what song that is, but I keep hearing like, let's cut to the good part. Like, why are we waiting? Let's just go get married. Who cares what people say? Let's just go elope. I know I love you. I know you're significant. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Let's just do it like Nike. But part of them wants you to hear them out. Part of them feels like you have to know something about them, about the way that they were raised, about something very intimate about them as to why they move the way that they do. These unhealed traumas that they've been working on. And it's an energy where I need you to hear me out. I need you to understand why I have this regret with you. But what's funny is like a lot of you guys already know what was going on. You already know what this person regrets. The beautiful thing about your energy, it's almost like this army of healers, this army of highly elevated people that understand that accidents happen. You don't know, what you don't know. I always say, tell me the price of a diamond. If you're not a diamond dealer, you're not going to know. So love is not this person's forte. So it took them a little bit of time to understand, to research, to have the certain knowledge with how special this connection is. But there's this energy where this person wants to leave everything in the past that cannot be changed, the disappointment that they've caused, and they want to be able to let it go and create this sense of cleaning up when it comes to you. For some of you, there's some event that's going to unfold within the next couple of days because you forced this person to heal their wounds. This person is viewing you as this life partner and you have their whole heart here. There's something that they want to express to you. It's a lot of green energy. It's a lot of growth. You have my whole heart. Expect a call. This person is getting ready to tell you what you mean to them, the significance you have on their life, the significance, the impact that you've created on them. See, there is this creeper though, this creepy karmic soulmate, this Jeepers Creepers. For those of you guys that watch the movie Jeepers Creepers, there is this weirdo that's watching you guys. But I feel like it's not just on their end. I think you guys have some weirdos watching you also because when you meet an energy that's very infectious, it's like you're naturally gonna attract a lot of people. I feel like you guys have a lot of people that are watching you right now, and there's energy that's trying to keep you guys apart, whether it's on your end or their end or both. This karmic energy is watching, your person is healing from this person, and it's because they love you. And I think that this person didn't know how to express how significant you are to them. Not today. Karmic girl, bye. Sometimes the karmic energy just wants to be acknowledged, and we've all been karmic to somebody at some point. That's why I have a level of empathy for people that are in a karmic place, and that's a part of elevation, it's a part of growth, it's a part of self-love. When you're when you have a level of self-love, you don't become karmic because you move with the sense of integrity. Your person didn't know how to express how important you are. They didn't know how to express that you're one of a kind. They didn't know how to express how much they truly love you, how much they really believe that you are their life partner. This is somebody who's watching you on social media. This is somebody who looks at your pictures every single day. This is somebody who traded in gold for Chuck E. Cheese coins. That's that karmic energy. That's that, oh, the grass looks greener. What? And not realizing it was a pee pad for the dogs. From a distance, it looks good like a Monet. It looks good from a distance. But the moment you get closer, like, oh, whoa, wait a minute here. What the hell? This person is acknowledging that they traded in the best thing that could have happened to them for something that was fake for this karmic soulmate. But they had to go through that karma with that person. They had to go through that dark. See, that karmic is needed to show them what they don't want so that they can appreciate who you are. And a diamond starts off as a rock first, and it goes through that immense amount of pressure. And that's what makes them so multidimensional, multifaceted. Why is this person thinking about the last time that they were together? Why is this weighing heavy on their heart? Ace of Swords. For some of you, there was something that they needed to communicate to you that they stopped. For others of you, it was at that very moment that they realized that you were really the person to them. They had a lot of clarity and enlightenment in a new vision with the way that they wanted to expand with you. Aces are raw energy. What are you going to do with it? Whatever you choose to do with this raw energy, it's up to you, but it has the potential to grow very beautifully. What did they have clarity on? The world. The world is information. You know what you did? You helped illuminate this devil energy. You helped show them their toxic patterns, people, places, and things. This is a lot of karma that this person is going through, but there's a conclusion with the world energy coming in the way that it is. It's karmic lessons that this person had to go through to really end this devil energy, to end the toxic attachments, to end the karmic ties, the temptation, the lies, the illusions that they're in control. Not realizing the only one that's really in control here is God, the universe, whoever you believe in, the higher power, the higher purpose that comes over the top of us. Your person has also watched you level up. There's something about you leveling up. This person is in a maze, like amazement with how much you've grown. Just even think about you now versus you 6 months ago. Huge changes, immense changes. And there's a lot of knowledge coming in here where they're able to identify you as this angel, as a state versus what this devil is. And sometimes the devil will bring itself forward as things that we like, things that make us feel good, but things we know that are not for our highest good. Sometimes the devil will come forward in this energy where it looks like gold coins, but it's really Chuck E. Cheese. But these lies and these illusions, this devil energy was necessary here because there's a sense of vindication with who you are. You're the star. See, the devil's 15, the tower is 16. There's that 8 of Cups walking away from the devil. 15, 16, 17, the tower hits because somebody was not willing to let go of these toxic attachments and toxic people, places, things. There was things that this person was doing that were unhealthy for them and everybody else around them and didn't fit their highest good. The tower comes in and says, nope, everything that you thought you knew, everything that you thought was real, your materialistic possessions, your nice car, your house, your amazing job, whatever. Goodbye, bye, see you later. Now you're left with nothing. Now you're at rock bottom. And when you're at rock bottom, that's when you realize who you really are, who you really need, who do you turn to? And during this time period, there's this sense of enlightenment with the star. There's a sense of hope that comes over, a sense of healing, a sense of inspiration. It's this renewal of their values, of their individuality. But it took this person walking away from the confusion, from the Seven of Cups, the illusions. They had to desire more for themselves. See, they saw themselves in a much lower place than you did. You saw themselves soaring in the sky with you. This person wasn't able to think as big, manifest as big. You're teaching this person something about spirituality, about manifestation, about grounding your energy, about meditation. Then this person is now desiring more for their life, and they're letting go of things that no longer serve them. For some of you, there's movement coming in. You and your person are going to be moving in with one another, possibly around for this week. For some of you guys, it may be around for this week or even for this week. But this is an energy nonetheless where there's a lot of movement. There's forward movement here, and it's breaking what no longer serves them. With this Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, there's communication coming in. For like some of you, this person is really separating themselves from a karmic where they're single and they're able to move forward with you. It's a lot of Saturn energy, but it's communication coming in about forward movement. Expect a message very, very soon. It could be on social media. It could be them liking a picture. There's some type of very fast moving energy coming in. This portal energy feels very significant. There may be something important shifting around this connection right now, or you may be moving through a period where communication, movement, and decisions are beginning to pick up. Your person is planning on reaching out to you. They're planning on having this communication with you. I'm telling you, I feel like this person has gone to pick up the phone multiple times to express something to you, but they stop themselves because there's still like a very secretive energy where there's some type of tough conversation you and them need to have. There's something here where it's like this person is going back and forth with whether or not they want to tell you what's going on or if they want to shield you from it. I also feel like the Two of Wands is partnership, that's Mars in Aries. This person is making a decision to move forward and planning. They're planning travel to you. They're planning this partnership because they miss you. They're ready to reach out and send you some type of message. There's a lot of messages, there's a lot of message cards. Six of Swords, the World, the Page of Cups. That's messages. The Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords. It's a lot of communication coming in here. For some of you guys, this was all telepathic communication. This person is asserting the mastery of their real self, of who they are. For some of you, there's a surprise. There may even be, for some of you, you may be pregnant or this person may want to talk to you about. Would you be interested in having merging families, having a child? For those of you guys, this is just this person wanting to be very honest and open with you because they admire you. They admire your strength. But I think this person really loves you, but part of this is this person surrendering to the connection. Twin flame reunion. You and this person are going to be one. This is a divine union. This is something, especially with this energy coming in, where it's divine, it's meant to be. But your person's walls had to come down with this tower. So it could expose the devil. It could expose the people that didn't have their highest good at heart. And with this is this person's life purpose. It's to complete it, but they have to submit to this energy. This Two of Cups, this strength, they have to be brave here. They have to be independent. They have to be confident when they approach you. This is coming in. I feel like there's going to be a celebration. Whether you and this person are going to go out for dinner, have a gathering with friends, you're going to remember this day because this person really wants to recognize what and who you are. I feel like there's some type of ceremony for some of you guys. I really do feel like it's like an elopement, like you and them eloping a proposal. It's reconnecting. And this can even be in like the spiritual sense where you guys come together and it almost feels like this locking. It's like locking together. I don't I don't know why that's coming in the way that it is. It doesn't even make any sense. But the key thing that's here is soulmate connection, being in love with you, having this harmonious union because you make them happy. It's like you're friends and lovers. It's reconciliations that's for this person's life purpose, it's for their higher good. And when this person begins to pour into you emotionally, they're going to be surprised at what happens in their life and how much their life changes just by being good to you. Now, let's see things from their perspective, from the 3D. How does this person view their current relationship, their current situation with the collective? Wheel of Fortune. I love this card coming out. There's a lot changing for your person and for you. They feel the change. This is a very positive energy. It's Jupiter energy. Jupiter energy is expansive and it pushes forward and it's change, destiny, and also karma. How are they viewing themselves in this collective or in this situation with the collective? How are they viewing themselves, their role in the situation with the collective? 10 of Cups. They're very they're in a very beautiful energy. They're fantasizing. This is a fantasy, fantasizing type of energy, fantasizing about making love to you, fantasizing about touching your face, about the last time you guys were intimate, the last time you guys had this conversation, the way that it made them feel, this fairy tale ending. They're fantasizing about this change that's coming in for the two of you that's going to be very beautiful. And I feel like this person is spending a lot of time thinking about what it would actually feel like to have that emotional fulfillment with you. Um, how do they view the collective in this? King of Cups, Knight of Cups. How are they viewing the collective? Page of Cups, look at all the emotions here. This is very, your person is in their emotions, very watery. I think that they feel like you're going to be very surprised at what they communicate. There is a softer energy here. It's like this person may be preparing to show you a side of themselves that they haven't fully expressed before. What is this person's fear with the relationship, being in a relationship with the collective? What is their fear? Because I don't want to focus on what's blocking because the blocks are dissipating, because this is a relationship that's divine. This is a relationship that's meant to be because there's a lot of angelic protection around you. And this person right now, what is this person scared of? What is this person's fear about being with this collective? The Six of Pentacles, not having enough to give you. This person is worried about not having enough to give financially, physically, whatever it may be. It's like they're worried about the finances not being able to support you in the manner they feel like you deserve. They may also be worried about whether they can match what you bring into the connection emotionally and practically. And what are they thinking about here? What is this person thinking about? The Fool. Oh, wow, this new journey, this new start, where is it going to go? The Fool doesn't know where it's going. The Fool's like, I got this backpack full of snacks. I don't know where I'm going, but I got some chocolate chip cookies. Are you in? I don't have any milk. Maybe I'll find a store or a cow along the way. but I'm going because I feel this urge. I feel like I have to walk away from what I know now. I've learned my lesson with the world. Now I'm ready to embark on this new journey because something is changing. And I feel like that really describes where this person is mentally. They don't necessarily have every detail figured out. They may not know exactly what happens after they take that first step, but they know they don't want to stay where they are anymore. They're starting to trust that movement itself is necessary. Look at all this Jupiter energy. Significant, huge. What is this person's next actions towards the collective? Better be some type of communication because that's what it seems like that's coming in here. What's this person's next action with the collective? Reunion, reconciliation, the Six of Cups. Remember earlier in the reading, I was like, I feel like six is kind of significant. Their next action is the Six of Cups. So this is somebody wanting to come back around, wanting to reconnect, wanting to revisit something that still means a lot to them emotionally. And I feel like the Six of Cups is also bringing in this sense of familiarity. This person knows you. They know the connection. They know how they feel when they're around you. So even though the Fool is a brand new journey, they're taking that new journey towards somebody who already feels deeply familiar to them. And what is this person's intentions with the collective? I know that's right. Yeah, yeah. Ten of Pentacles. What are their intentions? To build a legacy. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This person is imagining this legacy, imagining you and them growing together, you and them doing everything together as one marrying you. This is something that would make this person so happy. The Ten of Cups gives you the emotional fulfillment, and the Ten of Pentacles gives you the structure around it. So this person isn't only imagining romance, they're imagining the home, the stability, the family, the future, the things that actually make a relationship feel established. And I think that's why the Six of Pentacles showed up as their fear. They want something big with you, but part of them is wondering whether they have enough to contribute to that vision. They may be looking at the Ten of Pentacles and saying, can I really give them this? Can I really build this with them? But with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool here, the energy is pushing them to stop needing every answer before they begin. They can figure things out as they go. What matters is whether they're willing to step into the journey and participate in building what they keep imagining. So, from their 3D perspective, this person sees change. They see the possibility of a new beginning. They're emotionally invested. They're thinking about reunion, and their intention is long term. The Wheel of Fortune says the cycle is changing. The Ten of Cups says they see emotional happiness. The Six of Cups says they want reconciliation. And the Ten of Pentacles says they want to build something that actually lasts. This person is not looking at this like a temporary connection anymore. They're looking at what a whole life with you could look like. So, um, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading and that something in it made sense for your situation. Maybe it gave you some clarity, maybe it confirmed something you already felt, or maybe it just gave you something to think about. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.